Hi, this is our fourth game, which I have taken from our ICA tournament, which is 49th tournament. So here, this game is played between Rishabh and Ojas. So Ojas is playing with here black pieces, and Rishabh is white here. So Rishabh's leeches rating is 1901 that time, and Ojas rating is 1880 here. So let's see how the game began here. So here Ojas started his game with e4, and then Rishabh replied. Sorry, Rishabh started his game with e4, and then Ojas replied c5 here, which is known as Sicilian defense. Now there are so many lines in the Sicilian defense, and it is huge study about Sicilian defense. So here Ojas replied d3. D3 is not that much means well-known move here, and it is not that much active move. It is correct. I am not saying it is wrong move. Here means it is not giving you that much initiative in that line here. So here you are blocking the bishop in this diagonal. So you have to develop the bishop with that side. So you have to be too much careful. If you play d3, game can be closed anytime here. So I just replied here d6. Okay, instead of d3, the common move is nf3. So nf3 is played means maximum time in this Sicilian defense here, and then d4 to open up the center, which is called open Sicilian here. So d3 and then d6 and f3 now, and f6, bishop e3. Here bishop e3 is not that much strong in that position. So instead of bishop e3, Ojas could have played bishop e2 and continue the castle, or he can play this one, sorry, Rishabh, g3 and then bishop g2 to develop the pieces here and that side. So here bishop e3. Now when you are playing from black side, the Sicilian defense, if you see that the center is not open, it is not open Sicilian, center is not broken here, that time one of the best strategy to go for fianchetto. So you have to develop this bishop here by playing g6 and then attack on this diagonal. It is one of the famous idea here. So it is famous idea for this close Sicilian actually. So after bishop e3, Ojas was not going for this fianchetto here. So he was just moving the pawn on e6 to develop his bishop on e7 square, I think. So bishop e2, the common development here. Bishop e7, nb nb d2 here. So which is also common development. But we can see that white is just developing his pieces, and these pieces are not getting that much active in this position. So here black played short castle, then white short castle. Okay, till now it is okay, and it is a completely equal position. So a6. A6 means in future others wants to play this one and to develop his bishop on this diagonal to for some good attack here. White played h6. H6 is not that much strong here. Here actually white should play c3, at least to open up the queen diagonal for future queen move somewhere, or queen c2, or in future white can play d4 according to the position. So it was a nice initiative. But here h3, it is not, there is no good reason behind this move here. So b5. So after b5 means Ojas was planning to grab the space here, you can see that, and at the same time he was planning to develop his bishop on this diagonal. So here Rishabh replied rook e1. Rook e1, maybe he was trying to open up the file here to activate his rook here. Then bishop b7, the common development. A3 and c6. So here both of them completed their minor pieces development. You can see that all of the minor pieces are well developed here, but this game is still close. No one is taking any initiative on the center, so somebody has to break the center for good fighting here. Let's see who's breaking the center first. So here Rishabh played this one, which is a mistake move in this position. Why? Actually, the knight is going there for one reason. I think Rishabh was trying to play f4. Maybe that is the common reason. Here, the correct move was to play c3 again. This is not, this is not good idea. The f4 is not giving any good idea. Why? Now there is center break available from Ojas side here. So Ojas can try to break the center like that. So it is very comfortable zone for black. If the knight is here, just imagine the knight is here, that time Ojas cannot break the center. Why? After playing d4, then e5 is there. So Rishabh can hold the center properly here. So this knight is important thing on this square. So after d5 he can play e5, then you cannot take this pawn. So when knight is going back, that time d5, e5 is not possible. It is very common logic here, everybody. So here Ojas missed his opportunity. He didn't see this one. And always remember, d5 is one of the best move for any Sicilian actually. If black is able to play d5 most of the time, then black will be very comfortable. Black will be having some open games. So here Ojas was developing his rook. So he was thinking that to open up this line and to create some attack on this line. So here bishop f3. So Rishabh was trying to open up this diagonal to attack on this diagonal. d5. At last, Ojas is trying to break the center, which is okay. Not nothing is wrong here. So pawn takes pawn means e takes d5, which is mistake move here. E takes d5 is giving huge opportunity to Ojas here. What are the huge opportunities? After e takes d5, n takes d5. You can see that this bishop's diagonal is very nice in future, and we are having some good moves here. N e5 to attack on the bishop pair. You know, from white side bishop pair is very important here. So these are the good initiative on the center by Ojas. But here Ojas made one mistake. He captured with the pawn. Now he cannot take this kind of initiative on this diagonal everything here. So again the game is becoming equal here. Queen e2. So queen e2 is one of the dubious move, you can say that maybe Rishabh was thinking to attack on this line something here, but Rishabh forgot that this rook e8 is coming to attack on his queen back. So according to the plan, I just played rook e8 here and nb3. nb3 means redevelopment of the knight, and he was increasing the attacker here at the same time trying to make some square for the queen, but it is not that much good here. Actually white cannot take this. Why? Knight takes c5, then bishop takes c5, then this bishop cannot capture because of this pin. There is the problem here. Now one of the best move from other side should be this one, c4, but here I'll just play d4, which is a move order issue. Actually the best move was c4 here, one of the good move here. Why c4 is one of the good move? After c4 this knight cannot come here, this knight cannot come here also because of bishop takes c5. It cannot capture, the pin is here, and this knight cannot come here also, which is it is not good here. Then knight takes d4, bishop takes d4, and bishop c5. You can see that discover attack is there. So something will be there, very dangerous position for white it is actually. Now let's go back. So instead of c4, here Ojas played d4, then bishop d2. Bishop g5 was better actually, and it could have created some pressure on this knight. So bishop d2 is little bit passive move here. Now queen c7. Queen c7 is okay, but better was to play bishop d6 to control the diagonal and to attack on the queen here. So he played queen c7 first. Maybe it is his target to create some attack on this knight and to create one discover attack on this queen. But here queen e1, which is very passive move here, it is mistake actually. Sorry, queen d1. Why? Now you can see that his pieces coordinations are getting collapsed here. You can see the knight, this queen, and this rook, and this knight. It is very passive knight. So most of the white pieces are not active here in this position. But you can see black's pieces. The knight, the bishop is getting activated here anytime. The knight and this rook is getting activated. Everything is okay. The queen is working properly here. So according to the chess engine, the advantage is going for black here. Here bishop just played bishop d6, which is the attack on this h2 knight. So nf1, bishop is saving the knight here. Then ne5. Actually ne5 is okay. Rishabh just has another good move, that is c4. c4 is one of the best move here. Why c4? After c4, you know, your opponent cannot capture this one. If your opponent capture, then you can take it back, and knight has nowhere. Knight has to go here, and you can see that how his pieces are getting inactive here. That is one of the best reply actually, c4, and it is huge advantage for black here. But here Others was not going for this advantage, he was going for an e5. So Others wants to exchange the bishop here, and he wants to set up the knight on the center as a centralized knight here. So bishop takes b7, queen takes b7, and f3, which is a blunder move. Now maybe most of you are thinking, why f3 is blunder move here? Here you can see that after f3 there are so many dark square weakness created. Can you see that here? Now dark square bishop is available for Ojas, and at the same time black got one outpost square here, so anytime he can open up the diagonal also, there are huge attack. And especially this is the hole here, so some attacks will be coming here. For that reason the position is completely minus for white here. After f3, c4 is okay, but not that much strong move here. Actually better was to play n g6, and g6, and then knight will be coming here in future, the bishop will be continuing like this kind of attack, queen c7, some checkmate threat will be there. Very nice miss actually in this position. Others should attack on this dark squares properly here, but others played c4 here. I understood his plan, he wants to open up this diagonal, he is also focusing on the dark square weakness here. So after c4, knight takes g4. Knight takes d4 is slightly dubious move here. Then bishop pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Now if you capture this one, it is not that much strong move actually. Here the best move is bishop c5, which is the best move. After bishop c5, there is one pin here. So Rishabh has to reply bishop e3, then rook c d8. You can see that creating pressure on the pin piece here, and knight has to go back. And that time there are so many initiatives. Suppose bishop takes e3, then rook takes e3, and we have n d5, rook e1, then an f4. You can see very nice initiative on this d3 pawn and the open diagonal on this side. After a few moves later, this can be over also. If by mistake Rishabh play d4, suppose for saving his pawn with the support of the knight, then it is huge blunder. And takes h3, very nice move. Now white cannot take this one because of n takes f3 check, and this rook is gone, everything is collapsed here. So here after n takes h3, this king cannot go here also, then it is royal fork here. You can see that the queen is gone. Or after doing this one, the king h2 is the correct one, and then knight f4 come back. It cannot be taken because of this one. Even it cannot be taken by the rook because of rook takes rook, free of cost here. So these are the very nice combination actually it is the rapid game, and it is I think it is a little bit difficult for others to find out this kind of tough combination. So one day maybe he'll be able to play this kind of combination. So here let's go back, what was the main position here. So instead of bishop c5, Ojas played here queen b6, which is means sort of mistake move, means Ojas is losing his winning advantage after this move. Then bishop e3, so supporting this one. Now bishop c5, Ojas played by Ojas. So nb3, immediately attacking on the bishop, and now you cannot take this bishop free of cost. These are the moves. So Ojas took the bishop. Now here Rishabh made one blunder. He played rook takes e3, which is blunder. Actually the correct move was knight takes e3. Then it is almost equal here. Black has a slight advantage on the center and with the rooks here. Here after rook takes e3, the game should be very easy for Ojas. Just there is a one pin, and now Rishabh should Ojas should increase the attacker on the pin piece. Then rook is gone. The 3 point will be capturing the 5 point, so it is easily winning for Ojas. But here Ojas made one mistake. He played ng6. So most probably Others was thinking that I have to increase the attacker with that way, but this is not the correct way here. So here now the best reply for from Rishabh side is d4, and you can see that there is no pin, and now Others cannot take the rook with the help of pin here. Now it is 100% equal, but here Rishabh also made one mistake. He played queen d2. Rishabh was thinking that I have to support my rook, I have to increase my defender on this one. And this time Ojas didn't make mistake. He played nd5. He realized that yeah, this is the best move for winning. Let me increase my attacker here. Now rook is pinned here. This rook is gone here. So knight will capture the rook anyhow. So rook c1 is played here. So here this is the best time to exchange the pieces. So Ojas exchange 5 versus 5 here, and then knight takes e3. king h1. So here knight takes e3 is also possible, but it is, that is not that much strong move. Then rook takes e3 here. So planning for discover attack. Here white should not come for a check. If white comes like that, then rook e8, the discover attack, and the queen is gone here. So here these are the combinations here. So here in the game we have seen that after knight takes e3, the king is going there back. So it is called rejecting the pin here. So and exchanging the knight here, and then h6, making the way for the king for the to avoid the back rank checkmate. And then d4, and now here nothing is special here actually. Just has one rook extra here in the game as a major piece here, so it is very easy for Ojas to win the match here. So we can see the continuation, it is very easy continuation here. So challenge again, Ojas is challenging again and again. So capture, and this is the time to take the pawn back here. Now this pawn is gone, you can see that one more attacker. So capture and easily winning by Ojas here. But I think Rishabh and Ojas, both of them need some preparation about Sicilian defense, and because it is huge study, so they need more preparation. It is not enough preparation here actually for both of them. But overall, I can say that it is means they played well here. If you remove this blunders move from their side, then it will be okay. So here the game was ended with queen checkmate here. So I hope you have understood so many good lines about the Sicilian defense here. So in future I will be showing you some other lines with the Sicilian defense. If anybody plays Sicilian defense in our tournament, then definitely I will show you some other interesting lines are there also. Okay, thank you everybody.